So that is an arrangement. We already prepared the law. So there's no way that you can come and tell me, now that I'm part of this political coalition political party, I'm no longer going to support you in business. You know, we have to be able to be loyal to a political party. So really, there are things that you've got to look at. When you talk about giving out a direct ticket, you look at several things. And I hope that every political party out there will look at it. Number one, they will look at the loyalty. They will look at the consistency. They will look at your ability to be able to rally more people to your political party. You know, it's not just a matter of saying, oh, the ODM ticket for Senate has been given to somebody else for Narok. No. I mean, that's really a lot of hogwash. You know, the truth is that no one has been given that that has been given that ticket. Really. So for us,
you're confident.
I'm very confident, of course, because I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying for the sake of it. And that would be okay. You know, if my political party feels that I cannot do a better job and they feel like someone else can do a much better job, it's their prerogative. Remember, a political party can withdraw your candidature. If you look at the law, even after the nomination, the political party might decide, you know what, James Smart, we are not going to field in a candidate.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about the 25 political parties. What I'm worried about is the strategy to be able to defeat UDA, to ensure that we form the next government. That, to me, is what is most important for me. I'm not worried about nominations. Every political party, let's carry out their nominations. But ultimately, after each and every political party has carried out its nomination in the Azimio movement, I would hope that our political party or our coalition will now sit down together and say, okay, here we are. We have carried out all the nominations. Jubilee, how many candidates do you have? We have X number of candidates. How many, like for instance, in Kajiado, as an example, how many candidates do you have for governor? We have one. For Senate, we have one. ODM, how many do you have? One and one. Then, of course, nothing stops Jubilee or ODM from withdrawing a candidate. You know, and saying that we will not sponsor this, we will sponsor this person, because you belong to a political party. You subscribe to the constitution of that political party, you know. So you are bound by the rules of that political party. So you cannot come and dictate and say that I must get into the ballot. If you want to go all the way to the ballot, then by all means either form your own political party and don't join any coalition, or go in as an independent candidate. That's it.
So okay.
I think it's good to. Now, you know, Ledama is a deep state in Azimio. And, you know, I've seen people defecting from Azimio to Azimio. But now he has lifted a lead which is dangerous. Yep. And that is a threat to democracy by saying, for example, in Kajiado, you currently have the current governor, has defected from Jubilee to ODM.
Yes.
You have the former governor has defected from ODM to Jubilee in Gedienye. And when now Ledama is, I think it's a threat to democracy, where when you have, for example, the former governor and the current governor running, where ODM, for example, will tell its candidate to withdraw. I think that is a threat to democracy, and you are even threatening Article 38 on political rights that have been provided under the Constitution 2010. Because then what is the essence of us doing nominations? And what was the intention of amendment to political parties amendment? Initially, he said the reason it was amended was to strengthen democracy and ensure that the growth of various political parties. Then why should you allow political parties to fill their nominees forward the list to IEBC, then come and withdraw some of the nominees because you are doing zoning or because you are developing strength? Then that one smart will become, with all due respect, will be a threat to democracy, because you are saying, let us build political parties. For example, if today DAPK, let me use DAPK for example, or TSP for example, that is under Kenya Kwanza. If today we tell them to withdraw, for example, after nomination, the way the Senator Ledama is putting across, my senior brother, is we remove a candidate, for example, of TSP, or for example, Chama Chakazi. How will you allow that political party to grow if they cannot be able to send their elected representative, for example, to parliament? And how do you ensure, you know, there is a catch that is not telling you that these guys were excited that when the sharing of political parties fund, and you know, ODM, you should ensure you give a wiper and the rest their money. How do you ensure, for example, James Smart, for example, a political party like DAPK or Chama Chakazi or TSP grow If, for example, UDA or, for example, ODM tells you withdraw their nominees, they will not go to the general election.
Right.
How will they access the political parties fund? And I think that the intention of the drafters of Political Parties Act, if for example, DAPK or Chama Chakazi or TSP, for example, asked 2 members of parliament, under the new amendment, they were able to be part of the sharing of political parties fund.
Yes.
But now you will be killing by telling, for example, in Narok, if you're having in Narok a UDM senator candidate, let's assume, and I wish you well, my brother, I hope ODM will see how loyal you have been. If, for example, is given ODM Senate ticket, and then a UDM Senate ticket comes up, if you tell UDM to remove its candidate and allow Senator Ledama to face maybe Kenya Kwanza candidate or a UDA candidate, you are killing those small political parties, because the dominant political parties will be telling you don't have machinery, you don't have the right person.
We do.
Yeah, and
let me just take him back to the political parties bill that he's mentioning. And I want to give you the genesis of my argument.
Yes.
If you look at Section 2 of the Political Parties Amendment Bill,
the amended act.
The amended act.
Okay.
It actually talks about political party. It means an association of citizens with an identifiable ideology or program that is constituted for the purpose of influencing public policy or nominating candidates to contest elections, and includes a political party, a coalition political party. These are citizens who have come together. We share the same ideology. The fact that people have come together to form Azimio means that they share the same ideology. So nothing stops them sitting down and saying, we're better off this way. Meaning, we're better off either fronting 2 candidates to be able to contest for the gubernatorial race in Nairobi,
right,
or fronting 1 candidate. Nothing stops them. There's nothing undemocratic about that. It is an association of citizens who believe in certain
But why
principles.
can't we do that before the
No,
nomination?
just wait. No, listen.
I hope you will.
And I want you to be to listen carefully to what I'm saying. I'm saying an hypothetical situation would be that candidates will sit and say, we're better off this way. You ask me which would be the best. It is upon the political parties to use scientific means to be able to determine who will be able to deliver that seat for the coalition. Number 2, my colleague here has mentioned something to do with the sharing of the money of the political parties' fund. That, when you look at the act itself as it is right now, it is very clear. The only time that you can be able to share that money is if you have either a governor, a member of the county assembly, a senator,
Yes.
or a member of parliament. So really, there's no way you can tell me now, because I've formed a political party and I've only sponsored MCAs, 2 or 3 of them or 5 of them,
But
then
yes,
I
you
can share
understood what I was
money
saying.
from the political party. So when it comes to the issues, I want us to focus on the facts here. I have no idea how much money is being withheld by any political party for any other party. What I know is that I'm focused on 2022 election, August. I want to make sure that Azimio forms the next government, and we win more seats.
What I can say before
I take the break.
before you start paying the pills is that what I can say is that Senator Ledama misunderstood me. What I was arguing was simple, smart, that with all due respect, that if, for example, you have a UDM candidate, a Senate.
UDM.
I think it's part of Azimio by Ali Roba or Rioba. And ODM is the senator candidate, Narok, my brother Senator Ledama Olekina. And he has done a fantastic job. If ODM will not give him ticket, then it will not be well. So what I'm just saying, if today, for example, ODM approaches UDM and tells UDM, you withdraw a candidate against Ledama Olekina, my argument is, he has said, by allowing small parties to sprang up, we are making growth of democracy.
Right.
But if those small parties do not have, for example, elected leaders, as he has said, how will they access political parties' fund so that they are able to grow the way he has put it across? So that is only my argument. And therefore, I can tell you this is a poison chalice where there can be annihilation by dominant political parties against the small parties by, for